Let's talk about the most underrated form of sabotage. You finally get the thing you wanted, and your stomach drops. A relationship finally feels safe, and suddenly you're picking fights in your head. Money finally comes in, and you start imagining every way it could disappear. A door finally opens, and your brain goes, cool. Now we wait for the trap. And here's the brutally honest part, that anxiety isn't a sign something is wrong. It's a sign something is different. Most people think anxiety shows up when life is bad. No, anxiety shows up when life changes. Because your mind isn't designed to make you happy. It's designed to keep you familiar. Read that again, familiar. Your nervous system doesn't worship joy, it worships predictability. So when something good arrives, it doesn't feel like a reward, it feels like a new territory. And your brain treats new territory like a threat. That's why good news can feel like bad weather. Your body goes into brace for impact mode, even when nothing is attacking you. And if you're into the universe language, here's the spiritual translation. The moment life starts matching your desires, your old identity panics. Because you can't keep the same self and live a new reality. So your system tries to pull you back. Not because you're weak, because you're conditioned. You were trained to associate peace with danger. You were trained to believe happiness is temporary. You were trained to think, if things are going well, I'm probably missing something. And yes, that training has a name. It's called survival. So if good things make you anxious, you're not broken. You're just not used to being safe. Let's expose the real mechanism, Big Short style. Everyone sells you the cute version of growth. Just think positive. Just raise your vibration. Just believe harder. Meanwhile, your body is quietly screaming, we don't live here. Because anxiety around good things is usually one of three fears wearing different outfits. Fear number one, the fear of loss. If you've had good things taken away before, your brain learns a cruel math equation. Good equals temporary. So when something good arrives, you don't celebrate it. You start guarding it. You start scanning for leaks. You start mentally rehearsing the breakup, the rejection, the refund, the disaster. Fear number two, the fear of exposure. This is the imposter voice. What if they realize I'm not enough? What if this opportunity was a mistake? So you pre-punish yourself with anxiety because in your mind, being anxious feels like being responsible. And fear number three, the fear of your own power. This one is sneaky because if good things can actually happen to you, then you can't hide behind excuses anymore. You can't say one day. You can't say when I'm ready. You can't blame the world. Now you have to live. And living is terrifying for someone who's been surviving. So the good thing anxiety isn't random. It's your old identity trying to stay employed. It's the part of you that built your life around tension, saying, if we relax, we die. That's why your mind starts creating problems the moment peace arrives. It would rather fight a fake enemy than face a real transformation. So if you notice yourself overthinking after good news, here's the truth. You're not reacting to the good thing. You're reacting to the gap between who you've been and who you're becoming. And that gap feels like falling, not because you're losing something, because you're losing the old you. Now here's the twist nobody wants to admit. Sometimes anxiety shows up because the good thing is real. Real love is quiet. It doesn't come with drama to keep your attention addicted. Real opportunity is simple. It doesn't beg you to prove yourself 24/7. Real peace is boring to a nervous system trained on chaos. So when something stable enters your life, it can feel like emptiness. Not because it's empty, because your dopamine is used to emergencies. That's why some people can tolerate heartbreak better than consistency. At least heartbreak feels familiar. At least chaos feels like home. And this is where the mirror principle becomes uncomfortable. Life doesn't just reflect what you want. It reflects what you can tolerate. If you can only tolerate happiness for 2 days, you'll unconsciously create a reason to end it on day 3. If you can only tolerate ease in small doses, you'll sabotage the big break the moment it arrives. Not because you hate yourself, because your system is trying to restore the emotional temperature it recognizes. So what do? You stop treating anxiety like a prophecy. Anxiety is not intuition. Anxiety is not a sign. Anxiety is a body memory. It's your past trying to predict your future. Here's a simple test. If your fear is loud, repetitive, and urgent, it's usually anxiety. If it's calm, clear, and specific, that might be insight. So when good things trigger you, don't chase reassurance. Don't demand proof. Don't interrogate the universe like it owes you a schedule. Instead, do the most rebellious thing possible. Stay. Stay with the discomfort without turning it into a story. Stay with the peace without trying to spice it up with suspicion. Stay with the good thing long enough that your body learns, this is safe. This is allowed. This is normal now. Because the real upgrade isn't getting the good thing. It's becoming the person who doesn't panic when it arrives. Let's make it practical. Without the fake just breathe nonsense. Step 1. Name the pattern out loud. I'm having a safety reaction, not a destiny reaction, not a universe warning, a safety reaction. Step 2. Don't negotiate with the anxious voice. That voice will ask for rituals. Check again, confirm again, control again. And every time you obey, you train your brain that peace requires supervision. Step 3. Expand your tolerance in small reps. If receiving love makes you anxious, practice receiving something smaller without escaping. A compliment, a quiet evening, a moment of ease, and don't ruin it with analysis. If money makes you anxious, don't immediately spend it just to relieve the tension. Let it sit. Let your body learn that having more doesn't mean losing more. And here's the darkest truth that will set you free. Your anxiety is trying to protect you from disappointment, but it's also protecting you from growth. Because growth requires risk, and risk requires you to stop clinging to the old identity that felt safe even when it hurt. So yes, good things can feel scary, not because they're wrong, but because they're asking you to stop living like you're about to be punished. And once you can stay calm inside the good, life stops feeling like a short-term rental. It becomes yours. Now here's the cliffhanger. If good things trigger your anxiety, it's usually because your nervous system is loyal to a pattern. And that same loyalty is the reason you keep attracting the same type of people, even when you swear you've changed. In the next video, I'm going to expose why you keep meeting the same person in different bodies and the one boundary that breaks the loop for good. Subscribe, because once you see it, you can't unsee it.